Hi, my name's Samira, and I'm going to talk in this video about self-love. What is self-love? Self-love is really simple. It is that absolute joy of being in your own body, of loving who you are, what you're bringing to the world, appreciating the magnificence of, your shining radiance. And that seems like very far away from many people's experience of who they are and how they feel they are in the world. We were told that self love was a bad thing at school, oh, she really loves herself. It's kind of like an arrogant thing, or, to sort of bring you down a few pegs, or, and advertisers tell us that self love is about buying their product, because you're worth it. As if you couldn't not be worth it. Like, we're innately worth it. We are innately made of love. Every cell in our being shines this energy that we call love. And somewhere along the line, we've blocked this. When you see kids, they're totally natural and buzzy and loving and love themselves and love waking up feeling in their body most of the time. And so suddenly life chips away and chips away and chips away, and we take in sort of toxic thoughts and feed our body stuff that doesn't bring us vitality, and we get tired and overwhelmed, and suddenly this concept of self-love seems like another unobtainable goal, or something that's just a bit hippie and a bit pointless, and we just get on with life. So how do we actually come back to a space of loving ourselves if we are in that space where we don't, where, maybe our hopes and dreams haven't been fulfilled, where we don't feel that great about ourselves? How do we actually rebuild a sense of love with ourselves? So, it's something that you can't just go, right, today I'm going to love myself. I mean, you can. And positive affirmations, people swear by them. But, for me, it's a little bit of a shallow thing to try and convince yourself to love yourself. It has to be something that comes through actions, through what you do in your day-to-day existence. So very small steps of self-care. Now, self-care we can generally do because it's an action. It's like, okay, I am going to make a choice, a loving choice, to feed myself this nurturing food. I am going to make a loving choice to give myself this time to decompress in a bath and just feel the beauty of the water on me. I'm going to give myself this time to exercise gently or go for a walk. Like, these things of the self-care are what builds that relationship back to love. I mean, think about it like a little bunny rabbit, or, that you get. And to start with, it's just a cute little fluff ball. It's just like, oh, it's cute. No. And then over time, you build this relationship. You stroke it and nurture it and feed it and play with it and rub noses with it. And, you start developing a relationship where it loves you and you love it because you've been caring for it and nurturing it. And it's the same with yourself. If you start making caring and nurturing actions where you're honoring yourself, where you're feeling your delicacy, where you're allowing yourself to feel how you really are, where you're coming into that authentic place with the self, then that is how you come back to a space of loving yourself. Whether you're making mistakes, whether you're not, it's okay. It's one step at a time. So you change one habit at a time. You introduce one thing that helps support your body in a day-to-day level. You do one extra thing in your week that brings you back to that space of feeling vital and having fun in the world and feeling wonderful with yourself. And those small things is what builds a momentum between self-love and self-care and self-love and self-care. And the more you care for yourself, the more you find you start loving yourself because it feels good to be you. And the more that you then love yourself, the more you want to care for yourself. So this is how this carries on evolving to a space where you're waking up really appreciating the magnificence of who you are, because you are magnificent. There is not one person in this planet who is not There's not one person in this planet who doesn't deserve to feel truly loved and truly nurtured. So it comes from us making those decisions for ourselves, not from the person next to us or not from demanding something from somebody else. It comes from us saying, okay, I'm going to do something loving for myself this morning and start building that relationship with myself.